hey, Bo Nix, so just the last couple weeks, his footwork, he looks more settled, more patient in the pocket. It looks totally different than it did, 5 or 6 weeks ago. What do you think the difference is?
Yeah, repetition. I go back to seeing a clip from this summer, and I don't know exactly where it was, but Bo was counseling and or pseudo coaching high school kids, and he has the remark of like, "Yep, we got to continue to do this, and I know it's boring. Sometimes you got to do the boring stuff." I went to the NFL the first day. We're going over drops and footwork, and so I think it's just the emphasis. If we're all seeing some of those things that were happening with his feet to start the season, even as close as maybe like 6 weeks ago, they are as well. And the frenetic style of play in the pocket, the running out of clean pockets, and the constant running up into the pocket rather than climbing into the pocket. If we're seeing it, they were seeing it, and so I would imagine it's been an emphasis. Probably my favorite clip recently. I think there was about a minute 20 left in the third quarter, and there's a little bit of issue in the pocket, and he just does a great job of subtle move to the right, shuffle or climb up, keeping his kind of left shoulder pointed downfield instead of becoming an athlete in the pocket, which at times is needed. And so, if you took that one play that I'm talking about and just in comparison to that Monday nighter or Sunday night or Thursday nighter when he runs up in the pocket against the Raiders, it's just a stark difference to see. And so I just think it's something that he's emphasized. It's having a big positive impact.
Hey, Dan, I've been talking about R.J. Harvey and his propensity to try to bounce outside. He had
Yeah.
one bounce play last week down by the goal line. They got, tackled for no gain, and that was the one run I didn't like. But for the most part, I watched a kid that I thought really did a good job of getting his shoulders downhill. I thought he did a good job of getting a little bit deeper into the line of scrimmage and
Yeah.
making linebackers commit and basically blocking the second level by getting into the line of scrimmage before he broke against the grain. I just thought he was a much better answer, and I just like what a difference kind of a week or two makes with him getting those carries. What did you see from R.J. Harvey?
Yeah, I totally agree. Patience and vision. And I think that, Mark, is the big deal with backs is patience and vision, is specifically young backs, speedy backs. They're for everybody to like really understand at home, these runs can often hit anywhere. You put them on paper, and the desire or design of the play is to hit in this location. But really, depending on what the defense does, it could hit a yard off outside, it could hit at this design spot, it could hit backside. And so, I think really good backs and the backs that truly understand the why of blocking schemes start to understand, just like in quarterback play. Hey, who's the problem on this concept? Same in the run game. Who's the problem in this run game concept? And I think Harvey's this past week did a better job of trying to see, okay, what's the front side defensive tackle doing? How's the point of attack? Where are the linebackers flowing or not flowing? And so, I loved their 22 personnel run game when they put the fullback on the field and the two tight ends. And that was a big deal this past week. And I think it's something that they should try to major in a little bit more in the run game. But if they can get that out of Harvey, because that was an issue a week or two ago, I think it allows for more consistent, less missed run games.
Busy with Dan Orlovsky. Dan, the Broncos had 14, 14, and 19 play drives lasting over 8, 9, in one case 10 minutes. When you're putting together drives like that, take us inside. What is the relationship between the play caller, in this case Sean Payton, Bo Nix, and the entire offensive operation when you're able to put together drives like that?
Yeah, why are we calling those plays? That's the big thing. You got to, one, it goes back to the preparation within the week of, hey, who are we playing against? What's their style of defense? What can we not do? What are we trying to avoid? What would we do to get ourselves in trouble versus this team? And then what are the things that we try to have success on or plan to have success? And so then throughout the game, you have that mindset of this is the style that we want to play. And then in those drives, you're understanding why we're calling certain plays on 1st and 10, why we're calling certain plays on 2nd and 6. What's the goal on this 3rd and 2 play call? And so the the philosophy of how you're trying to play in that game, and really understanding the sequencing of play calls rather than, all right, we're just calling this play. No, why are we calling this play here? What's the goal that Sean Payton has for this play? What is my operation, and how do I have to go about going to do that? And so I think that was a standalone point, just the connectivity of the play caller and the play executioner.
Dan, looking at the AFC, I mean, it's a crazy year. Kansas City looks like they're toast. The Ravens are on the outside looking in. The Bills are holding on for dear life. Who do you like in the AFC? Because this thing seems wide open.
Yeah, it's certainly wide open. Stoke, I'd say this, man. I think we're staring at no Patrick, no Joe, no Lamar. That's outrageous because they've been the mainstays for 8 years or so now. And so, player football better than I do, but if those 3 guys aren't in there, you have to go, Josh Allen, this is the best opportunity that you've ever had. This will be the easiest pass. Maybe not the best team you've had. And so Buffalo now, if Buffalo's at home, I think that they're going to be brutal to beat just because of the quarterback. If they got to go on the road, defense has got some questions. But I look at it, I say, Buffalo, man, if those quarterbacks aren't going to be in there, that's a big deal. And then I would say Denver and New England. New England's a very good football team. I'll tell you what would concern me, though, with Denver. We've talked a little bit of the roller coaster ride with Bo. Maybe that's settling down a little bit. I think of Buffalo. I think of New England. Shoot, with Brenton Strange in Jacksonville. Tight ends. Tight ends get after this defense. As great as this defense is, tight ends get after this defense. That would concern me. So Denver's certainly very much so near the top. But if they're going to get beat or how they're going to get beat, you throw the ball to your tight ends and backs as a mainstay in your offense. Houston defense is remarkable. So it's wide open.
Yeah, Dan, settle a debate, an argument for us. Who has the better defense, Broncos or Texans?
I'm gonna say Houston, with all due respect to Denver. I think Denver's 5-man rush is crazy good. I don't know. I can find schematic things. I see Stink is not happy with me.
No, he's happy with you.
He just walked off and he mic drop. He said the same thing earlier, and we gave him a lot of grief for it.
We made fun of him.
He feels vindicated.
Yeah, so
he feels vindicated.
I can find. I say this with tons of respect for Denver's defense. I can find things schematically that I'm like, hey, if you can do this, you can have success. I'm not going to say you're going to hang 30 on them, but you can get into bunch concepts, change the picture in a bunch. You can throw the ball to your tight ends and backs. When I watch Houston's defense, and this is from a person who's got a giant ego, I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to get to. I don't know how to block them. I don't know how to play action them. I don't know how to move them. They're ridiculous.
Hey, Dan, I appreciate you. I thank you so much. And plus, they've shut down tight ends as well. So I appreciate you. Mark 1, Stokley, and Evans 0.
Hey, Dan.
I thought you were pissed at me, man.
No. That was a mic drop.
No, he finally got a win today. We've been killing him all day. He finally got a little win. Real quick, Dan, last one here. Phillip Rivers. I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing? Is there any chance he goes out there and plays well?
And when are you coming back?
Yeah, dude. I was just laying down, rubbing my right hip. I'm in the Shelton High School Football Hall of Fame, certainly not in the NFL one. So, dude, I don't if he can just stand there and throw, he's probably going to be fine. But that's not reality, as you guys know. And so, God bless him. What a champion. But I don't think it's going to go great.
Yeah, okay. We're all on the same page on that one. Damn, man, we appreciate you, brother. Have a good one.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, boys.